Every once in a while, a story comes along that defies everything we think we know about fame, about beauty, about worth. A story that reminds us that the world doesn't define us, we define ourselves. This is Gabourey Sidibe's story. She wasn't born into privilege. She wasn't handed a spotlight. She earned it, one painful truth, one powerful performance at a time. But behind her laughter, her glow, and her unstoppable spirit, lies a journey few could survive. And the question everyone asks is, how did she do it? How did a young woman, once dismissed by the world, rewrite her destiny and make Hollywood listen? Before she was an Oscar nominee, before she was precious, before the world knew her name, Gabourey Sidibe was just a girl from Harlem, trying to find her voice in a world that refused to hear her. Born May 6, 1983 in Brooklyn, New York, Gabourey grew up surrounded by two very different worlds. Her mother, Alice Tan Ridley, was a gospel singer, a woman with a voice that could move heaven itself. Her father, Ibnu Sidibe, was a cab driver from Senegal, disciplined, practical, and proud. At home, the walls echoed with music, faith, and survival. But young Gabby didn't see herself reflected in the glossy magazines or the faces on television. She struggled with confidence, with her body, and with a world that labeled her before she could define herself. She once said, "I didn't grow up seeing people like me as the hero, so I became one myself." In school she was funny, loud, and unapologetically smart, but deep down she battled insecurity. There were bullies, there were whispers, there were days she wanted to disappear. And yet, something inside her refused to be silent. That something would later make the whole world listen. It was 2007. Gabourey was working as a receptionist. No stage, no red carpet. Just phones, paperwork, and dreams she'd buried under responsibility. Then she heard about an open casting call. A new film by Lee Daniels. A role so raw, so emotionally heavy, no one wanted to touch it. A character named Precious. A 16-year-old girl from Harlem. Abused, ignored, fighting for her voice. Gabby didn't think she'd get it. She almost didn't audition. But something in her whispered, why not? She walked into the audition. No fancy outfit, no Hollywood polish, just truth. And when she read the lines, the room froze. Lee Daniels reportedly turned to his team and said, "We found her. That's Precious." Within months, her entire world flipped upside down. From answering phones to walking red carpets. From unknown receptionist to Academy Award nominee. But success has a way of opening old wounds, and Hollywood wasn't kind. The world praised her performance, but also criticized her appearance. Headlines praised her acting but mocked her size. She once said, "People told me, you don't belong here." But I was already there. Every interview, every photo shoot, came with judgment disguised as curiosity. Questions no one else had to answer. How do you handle your weight? Do you think you'll ever play a romantic lead? Gabourey smiled through it. But inside she was exhausted. Then came another twist, one that would nearly break her. In 2016 she was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Doctors told her that her health was at risk, that she might not live long enough to enjoy the success she worked so hard for. And so, she made a decision that shocked her fans, bariatric surgery. Not to fit Hollywood's mold, but to stay alive. She wrote in her memoir, "I did it for me, 'cause I want to live, and I want to live well." Her courage inspired thousands who saw themselves in her story, people who finally felt seen, not shamed. But what came next would show a different kind of strength. Gabby refused to let Hollywood box her in. She didn't just act, she expanded. In American Horror Story, she played Queenie, a witch who wielded power through pain, and fans loved her for it. In Empire, she became Becky Williams, a sharp, funny, unstoppable executive who represented ambition without apology. And when she stepped behind the camera for The Tale of Four in 2017, she didn't just direct. She declared independence. The film, inspired by Nina Simone's Four Women, explored the complexities of Black womanhood, and Gabby made sure every frame spoke truth. She won the Black Reel Award for Outstanding Short Film. Not just for her artistry, but for her voice. She was no longer the girl they pitted. She was the woman they couldn't ignore. But even strong women need love. And for Gabourey, love came unexpectedly, through a dating app. In 2020, she met Brandon Frankel, a talent manager who saw her not as a celebrity, but as a human being. They bonded over humor, music, and honesty. By late 2020 they were engaged. By 2021, secretly married. In interviews Gabby laughed, saying, He's the first man who made me feel like I don't have to shrink to be loved. Then, in 2024, life gave her the most unexpected plot twist of all: motherhood. Twins, a boy Cooper and a girl Maya. Born in April. Healthy. Beautiful. A full-circle miracle for a woman once told she'd never have the perfect Hollywood life. But while fans celebrated, Gabby revealed, the journey hadn't been easy. Pregnancy came with fear, recovery with pain, and motherhood with a new sense of vulnerability. Yet, through it all, she said one thing kept her grounded: gratitude. Every time I look at them, I remember, I survived the impossible. Today, Gabourey Sidibe is more than an actress. She's an author, a director, a mother, a fighter. And through every challenge, she's taught us something profound. You don't have to fit in to make history. Her career spans 2 decades. Her roles, from Precious to Empire, American Horror Story to Silo, all carry one thread: authenticity. She once said, "I stopped trying to disappear. Now the world has to deal with me." And deal with her it has. Because while Hollywood chased perfection, she delivered truth. From the streets of Harlem to the heights of Hollywood, Gabourey Sidibe's life reads like a modern parable. A girl who was told no, and turned it into watch me. A woman who fought disease, doubt, and discrimination, and still found joy. A mother who holds her children close and says, "I did it all for you." And yet, there's one thing we still don't know. What comes next for Gabby? Will she direct a feature film? Return to the Oscars, not as an actress but as a visionary? Or will she redefine Hollywood again, on her own terms? Whatever she chooses, one thing's for sure. The world may have discovered her through Precious. But her story, her real story, is far more valuable than gold. This is Gabourey Sidibe. This is courage.